What was your biggest fear when you decided to start Liz Claiborne?
The biggest fear was going into a business where the failure rate runs upwards of 90%. And I'd been a successful employee all my life. I'd done very well. And I just didn't want to fail. And I guess that was my fear. But at the same time, I never really thought about, well, if this doesn't work, my life will be destroyed. You know, that didn't occur to me. There were two very, I don't know if you'd call them lucky breaks, but two things that were taking place at the same time. There was a tremendous proliferation of malls in the 80s. And those malls had department stores at either end, and they needed inventory. And secondly, we just caught the curve of the women entering the workforce in quantity.
The department store space has consolidated significantly since Liz Claiborne was introduced to the world. How do you think that had an impact on the brand, if at all?
Well, it did. It had a tremendous impact on the brand, and it has a tremendous impact on people entering the industry today. We kind of made the decision to go the department store route. We sold some specialty stores, but not a lot. And we had 113 individual department stores. Well, now, I mean, there are perhaps 5. The 113 just consolidated down to almost nothing.
And you know, there are a lot of little boutiques and specialty stores out there, especially as consumers are looking for a more personalized experience
Yes.
when they go into the store.
Yes.
What do you think that means for department stores?
The department store shopping experience leaves a lot to be desired, with perhaps the possible exception of, I'd say, Saks and Neiman's and Nordstrom's.
The one thing that the department stores do have and have pushed for over the last couple years especially is exclusive brands, exclusive to their stores. And we saw Liz go from Macy's to JCPenney. And there was a lot of speculation that the loyal Liz customer was not going to follow the brand to JCPenney. What were your thoughts when all that was going on?
Well, I was kind of very skeptical. My first reaction was, this is the end of the brand. Because I was concerned that JCPenney would just make it another one of the dozens of labels that they have in the store. And it would become part of JCPenney and part of their mentality, and why would a Liz Claiborne shopper be happy with that? I felt that the quality of the garments would suffer, and the style and functionality would also suffer. But JCPenney was more clever than that. I had the pleasure of meeting Ron Johnson and Michael Francis, and they both assured me that the Liz Claiborne brand was going to be, if not the single most important brand in their store, one of the most important, and they weren't going to let it fail.